These are the 15 fastest trains in the world, by Brian Foe, Vertical Bar. Updated on August 14, 2023, Fastest Trains the World photo by ThinkBeasts and stock.adobe.com. Across the years, trains have been one of the most popular forms of transportation in the entire world, and at least in some parts of the planet, they have kept pace with the rapid rise in technology. Today's most advanced trains reach incredible speeds over land and even underwater, getting their passengers to their destination faster than ever. These high-speed trains have a big impact on the way we travel, making countries and even the world smaller and smaller. Cutting-edge engineering and innovative technologies now allow building trains capable of exceeding 200 miles per hour, which is quite a feat, especially when you think that even most cars aren't able to reach those speeds. The countries that employ such trains have managed to make long-distance commuting a reality for their citizens. These high-speed trains have revolutionized the transportation sector and will most likely see even bigger changes in the future, with the evolution of more powerful engines, more aerodynamic designs, and impressive technical developments. From the incredible Shanghai maglev in China that can reach speeds in excess of 400 kilometers per h to the world-famous TGV in France, these are the 15 fastest trains in the world right now. 15. Eurostar, France, UK. 300 kilometers per h, 190 miles per hour. Eurostar train, Eurostar.com. The Eurostar is a modified version of the iconic TGV, with a more elongated cabin, capable of traveling at a speed of up to 300 kilometers per h, 190 miles per hour. They connect the United Kingdom with France, Belgium, and the Netherlands, passing through the iconic Channel Tunnel that links France and UK. Though known primarily for the connection between UK and continental Europe, Eurostar trains operate all the way to the south of France in Marseille. When it comes to speed records, one of these Eurostar trains, operated by the British, reached a speed of 334, 7 kilometers per h, 208 miles per hour. 14. Haramain Western Railway Talgo, 350 SRO Saudi Arabia, 300 kilometers per h, 190 miles per hour. Talgo 350 SRO Saudi Arabia Talgo.com. Though many wouldn't associate the sandy environment of Saudi Arabia with high-speed trains or trains in general, the Talgo 350 SRO on their Haramain high-speed railway, also known as the Western Railway, does carry passengers between the holy cities of Mecca and Medina at impressive speeds as high as 300 kilometers per h, 190 miles per hour. The 35 trains used on this route are Spanish at their origin, but modified to withstand the extreme operating temperatures of the desert of up to 50 Celsius, or 122 Fahrenheit. Annually, there's up to 60 million passengers traveling in these high-speed trains, with one particular high during the yearly pilgrimage to Mecca. 13. Al Barak TGV Euro Duplex, Morocco. 320 kilometers per h, 200 miles per hour. Al Barak TGV Euro Duplex, MoroccoWorldNews.com. Again, Morocco is another country where most people wouldn't expect high-speed trains like, let's say, in France. The thing is, they do have similar TGV trains, built in France, the Euro Duplex, modified for the conditions in Morocco. Connecting the cities of Tangier and Kenitra, the Al Barak railway service, in its inception phase, runs these trains on a 116-mile line with speeds of 320 kilometers per h, 200 miles per hour. The Al Barak Railway project will span to an entire network of lines totaling to about 1,500 kilometers, or 930 miles. This railway also holds the African rail speed record, 357 kilometers per h, 222 miles per hour, achieved with one of those French-built trains. 12. Shinkansen E5 series, Japan, 320 kilometers per h, 200 miles per hour. Shinkansen, E5 series photo by Miki Yoshihito, wikipedia.org. The Japanese Shinkansen, E5 series of trains, is an interesting sight when spotted from the front. Its long nose, that somewhat resembles the nose of a duck, is designed to reduce the sonic boom inside tunnels. These trains reach speeds of up to 320 kilometers per h and run from Tokyo to Shin-Aomori on the Tohoku Shinkansen Railway. Each of these trains is powered by 32 electric induction motors, which amount to a whopping 12,900 horsepower. Among other notable features is the aluminum alloy they're constructed from, and the active suspension that allow turning at such high speeds. There are several other Shinkansen trains in Japan, reaching speeds of up to 300 km per h, but only the E5 variant exceeds those in operation. 11. Korail KTXY, South Korea, 330 km per h, 205 miles per hour. Korail KTX iEnglishSpectrum.com. Korail KTX is South Korea's high-speed railway network, a project that began in 2004 and continues to expand, shortening the time it takes to cross the country between various points. The KTX-1 trains are capable of running at speeds of 330 km per h or 205 miles per hour, reducing a west to east crossing of the country from 6 hours to only 2, which is an impressive realization. These trains are based on the French TGV, but South Korea is experimenting with a newer generation of technology, which will allow their future trains to exceed the 400 km per h, 250 miles per hour, speed mark. The newer trains are already in testing, and they've proven their capabilities by reaching 421 km per h, 260 miles per hour already. 10. ICE 3, Germany, 330 km per h, 205 miles per hour. ICE 3 Trainsiemens.com. Though France's TGV is probably the most well-known, Germany's intercity express train, or ICE, isn't far behind. The newest, and also fastest addition to this family of trains, ICE 3, is capable of traveling at speeds of 330 km per h, 205 miles per hour, on the high-speed line that connects Cologne to Frankfurt. During the testing phase of these trains, the speed record was an impressive 368 km per h, 229 miles per hour. But the normal operating speed is reduced to 300 km per h. The 330 km per h mark is allowed for the ICE 3 when they're running late, in order to reduce possible delays. The ICE 3 is powered by 16 electric motors distributed throughout the entire length of the train and deliver 11,000 horsepower. These are also the base from which the Siemens Velaro trains below have been developed. 9. Siemens Velaro EAVs 103, Spain, 350 km per h, 217 miles per hour. Renfe Class 103 photo by Cabaleger. David Gubler, Wikipedia.org. The Siemens Velaro EAVs. 103, also known as AVS 103, is a Spanish train that runs on the country's network of long-distance lines, which is also the longest in Europe. The network runs from its heart, Madrid, towards other big cities and regions in the country. The Spanish first used technology borrowed from the French TGV, but their fastest trains in their fleet today consist of the S103 Talgo, which are similar to the German ICE 3, but more powerful, able to reach speeds of 350 km per h, 217 miles per hour. When it comes to records, the S103 reached an incredible 404 km per h, 251 miles per hour, in 2006. The railway network in Spain is probably the one that evolved the most in Europe during the past few decades, transforming long-distance travel in Spain from an ordeal with very long delays to one of the best on the entire continent. 8. Talgo 350, Spain, 350 km per h, 217 miles per hour. Talgo 350, SpainTalgo.com. The Talgo 350 was developed by the Spanish company Patentes Talgo, Tren Articulado Ligero Guacoiquia Oreo, and is similar in capabilities to the Velaro above, running at the same top speed of 350 km per h. It entered service back in 2005 on the Madrid-Zaragoza-Lleida line. Due to its elongated nose, it was nicknamed El Pato, Spanish for the duck. Despite the funny appearance, it was designed to prevent aerodynamic resistance. The cars are lightweight and with a very low center of gravity, and feature anti-overturning and anti-vertical technologies at the couplings between them. They're also airtight and pressurized, allowing the train to easily pass through tunnels. These trains were also sold to Saudi Arabia for their Haramain high-speed rail that we talked about earlier in the post. 7. Avilia Liberty, United States, 350 km per h, 217 miles per hour. Avilia Liberty Train EveningTribune.com. The Avilia Liberty is a high-speed train used by Amtrak in the United States. If you find similarities with others on this list, you're right, because this train was actually built by the French company Alstom, the same one behind the TGV or the Euro Duplex. It was adapted to respect the North American railroad standards and assembled in the United States. Despite the slight differences, the Avelia Liberty is able to reach similar speeds to those of its European counterparts, going as high as 350 kilometers per h, 217 miles per hour. The trains are currently undergoing testing and are expected to enter passenger service later this year. 6. TGV, France, 350 kilometers per h, 217 miles per hour. TGV Train Rail Team.U France's TGV is probably the most famous of the high-speed trains. And that's because it currently holds the record for the world's fastest conventional train, after a modified version of a TGV reached an incredible speed of 574.8 kilometers per h, 357 miles per hour. Another factor that contributed to the fame of France's high-speed trains is that it's the first country that had built a high-speed railway network in Europe, and it's still the most successful and most well-known on the continent. With lines that stretch to cover almost all parts of the country, it's no wonder the French still run the show. Their TGV trains, the normal unmodified passenger variants, are designed to operate at speeds of up to 350 kilometers per h, 217 miles per hour. 5. Frecciarossa 1000 Italy, 360 kilometers per h, 224 miles per hour. Frecciarossa 1000 hitacharail.com. Italy's Frecciarossa 1000, Red Arrow, is the newest and fastest train the country has introduced in service, linking the north part of the country with cities such as Rome, Bologna, Naples, or Florence in the central and southern parts. The trains were introduced back in 2017 and are capable of reaching speeds of 360 kilometers per h, 224 miles per hour, when transporting passengers. During test runs, though, one of these trains has managed to reach a speed of 394 kilometers per h, just short of the 400 kilometers per h mark, and way behind the record set by France's modified TGV. The Frecciarossa 1000 are 200 meter long and feature a total of 457 seats, divided into 4 classes, from standard to premium, business, and luxury. Due to their success, Spain has ordered a batch of these trains, and the Milan-Paris route has now received Red Arrow, as well as an alternative to the older French TGVs that once dominated the line. 4. AGV Italo, Italy, 360 kilometers per h, 124 miles per hour. AGV. Italo photo by Hawk, 1980, Wikipedia.org. While the Frecciarossa 1000 above is operated by Trenitalia, the AGV Italo is operated by their competitor NTV, with AGV trains built by Alstom. The AGV Italo, also known as AGV 575, though several years older than its red counterpart, is capable of transporting passengers at the same speeds of 360 kilometers per h, 224 miles per hour, as its younger and rival brother above. It entered service with NTV in April 2012, when it transported its first passengers. AGV Italo trains are comprised of 8 cars, half of which feature electric motors, helping distribute the drive system under the entire train, thus eliminating locomotives and increasing space for passengers. 3. Shinkansen CRH 380A China, 380 kilometers per h, 236 miles per hour. G 6581 CRH 380 A0259 photo by N509 FZ Wikipedia.org. The Shinkansen CRH 380A, also known as Hexi, entered service in China on the Beijing-Shanghai high-speed railway in 2011. Since then, a number of 577 train sets have been built and are now serving the Chinese railway service. It's known as an EMU, Electric Multiple Unit Train, and was developed by CSR Corporation Limited. The top speed is an astonishing 380 kilometers per h, 236 miles per hour, with a record of 486 kilometers per h, 302 miles per hour, in testing. 2. Buxinghao CR 400AF/BF China, 400 kilometers per h, 249 miles per hour. Buxinghao CR 400AF photo by N509FZ Wikipedia.org. The CR 400AF/BF Buxinghao, Chinese for rejuvenation, is a more advanced version of the CRH 380A Hexi above, capable of transporting passengers even faster than before, with speeds reaching 400 kilometers per h, 249 miles per hour. With China's rapidly expanding railway network, these high-speed trains have greatly aided in greatly reducing the time it takes to traverse the huge country. Each of these trains has a capacity of 1,200 passengers and a total of 16 cars. The trains are packed with impressive features, among which smart cabins, automatic operation, and smart glass displays, to name a few. 1. Shanghai Maglev, China. 431 kilometers per h, 268 miles per hour. Shanghai Maglev train photo by Xiao Bo, Shutterstock.com. The world's currently fastest passenger train in operation is the Chinese Shanghai Maglev, able to run at 431 kilometers per h, 268 miles per hour. The way it manages to achieve those speeds is through a technology called magnetic levitation, hence the name Maglev. It's also the only public train in the world to use such a technology, and China has plans to develop an even faster variant, able to reach speeds of up to 600 kilometers per h, 373 miles per hour, and create an entire network of such trains. Conclusion. The quest for speed is man's oldest desire, and it doesn't apply only to cars and airplanes. Though not in the spotlights, high-speed trains have come a long way, reaching speeds that were unimaginable decades ago. From the famous French TGV to the unique magnetic levitation train that China uses on a limited 30 kilometers line, there's plenty of fast trains out there. Contents: Hyde 15, Eurostar, France, UK, 300 kilometers per h, 190 miles per hour, 14. Haramain Western Railway. Talgo, 350 SRO, Saudi Arabia, 300 kilometers per h, 190 miles per hour, 13. Al Barak, TGV Euroduplex, Morocco, 320 kilometers per h, 200 miles per hour, 12. Shinkansen, E5 Series, Japan, 320 kilometers per h, 200 miles per hour. 11. Korail KTXY, South Korea, 330 kilometers per h, 205 miles per hour. 10. ICE 3, Germany, 330 kilometers per h, 205 miles per hour. 9. Siemens Velaro EAVs 103, Spain, 350 kilometers per h, 217 miles per hour. 8. Talgo, 350, Spain, 350 kilometers per h, 217 miles per hour. 7. Avilia Liberty, United States, 350 kilometers per h, 217 miles per hour. 6. TGV, France, 350 kilometers per h, 217 miles per hour. 5. Frecciarossa, 1000, Italy, 360 kilometers per h, 224 miles per hour. 4. AGV Italo, Italy, 360 kilometers per h, 224 miles per hour. 3. Shinkansen CRH, 380A, China, 380 kilometers per h, 236 miles per hour. 2. Fuxing House ER, 400 AF/BF, China, 400 kilometers per h, 249 miles per hour. 1. Shanghai Maglev, China, 431 kilometers per h, 268 miles per hour. Categories: Tech and Leisure. The 20 best GMT watches you can buy right now, 20 top-shelf vodkas. You will surely enjoy Avatar photo about Brian Foe. Brian is a freelance writer and journalist with a passion for technology, gadgets, and home innovations, a love for travel, and a keen interest in anything that moves, whether it's cars, planes, or yachts. Learn more about Luxatic's editorial process. Leave a comment, name, email, website, recent posts, Pullman Phuket Arcadia, Nathon Beach Review, Pullman Phuket Arcadia, Nathon Beach Mansory Initiate 1, Mansory's take on the Revuelto, is excess in all the right ways, Chateau de Costaire 1. Buy this $9.8 million private island French castle, and you might finally win at Life Onyx Motors RCR Ltd. 1. Onyx Motors brings back the RCR, now with more Zap Spirit of Big Bang, Sang Bleu, all black Pave 1. Hublot redefines subtlety with the spirit of Big Bang, all black. Pave 1 more from Luxatic Hobbies for Women, 30 hobbies for women who want to relax and have fun, by Valentina Ioana. Most expensive horse breeds, the 15 most expensive horse breeds in the world, by Brian Foe. Best mini projectors, 20 best mini projectors to buy right now, by Noah Miller. Best electric scooters. These are the 10 best electric scooters in 2023 by Victor Baker. Best pocket knives, EDC, the 25 best pocket knives of 2024 by Adrian Priska. Best masterclass classes, the 25 best masterclass classes you can try in 2023 by Alex Holmes. Best planners, the 30 best planners you can buy right now by Victor Baker. Best Compact Cameras. The Ultimate Guide to Choosing the Best Compact Cameras in 2021 by Adrian Priska. Best Camera Backpacks. The 20 Best Camera Backpacks for Your Next Adventure by Adrian Priska. Gift Ideas for People Who Collect Fossils. 8. Interesting Gift Ideas for People Who Collect Fossils by Adrian Priska. Best Off-Road Hoverboards. The 15 Best Off-Road Hoverboards by Brody Patterson. Best Bluetooth Turntables. The Best Bluetooth Turntables of 2024 by Victor Baker. Widely regarded as one of the world's most influential luxury blogs, Luxatic engages the finest connoisseurs with the content that speaks to their passions: cars and bikes, jets and yachts, travel, tech and leisure, luxury homes, watches, fashion.